everybody! I'm here today with a driving lesson on collision avoidance techniques. I'll be showing you some techniques that you can use to avoid a collision. Let's get right into the video. The first one, number one, is probably the most important and the most practical one, and that is braking. So braking is your primary way of avoiding a collision. It's also the best way of avoiding a collision because, believe it or not, it gives you the most control over the situation. You're slowing your car down, which in turn is giving you more control. The slower that you get your car, the more control that you're gonna have. So the idea here is to look far in advance. If you only look right in front of your car, if you look directly in front of your car, okay, you're only gonna know when the person in front of you is braking, and then you're gonna have to probably brake at the last second or slam on your brakes. But essentially, if you look further down the road, you can brake in advance. I'm gonna give you an example right here. I'm driving down this road. I'm looking far ahead. I see 5 cars ahead. That car is braking. I'm easing off the gas and I'm pushing the brakes. And then by the time the car in front of me brakes, I'm like ready to come to a stop like that. I'm ready. So with that being said, you really want to make sure that you are braking early, and you can hit your brakes as hard as you want to. Don't be afraid of someone rear-ending you. It's better that you don't rear-end someone. So slam your brakes if you need to, but I'm not going to demonstrate that because I'm on a side street. I don't want to alert people. Okay? The second collision avoidance technique, number 2, is going to be swerving. So there are a few options for swerving, but essentially you have the swerve and return or swerve and extend. That's just kind of the way that I named them. So for the swerve and return, you're going to swerve and then return back to where you were. And for the swerve and extend, you're going to swerve and continue going in that direction. Okay, like maybe it's the shoulder of the highway, whatever the case is. Now, essentially, you also want to make sure that as you're about to swerve, your reaction should be to check your mirrors and your blind spot in a nice swoosh method. So like rear view, if I'm swerving left, right, I would go like this, like rear view mirror, left side mirror, left blind spot as I'm swerving. It's like this, like that. And if I see someone there, I can always swerve back. You never want to just swerve and not look, because then you might avoid an accident in front of you, but then you might cause an accident beside you. So you really want to make sure you're looking all in your mirrors that you need to in one like fast motion. Okay, so swerving is a collision avoidance technique. The third collision avoidance technique, which I will gladly demonstrate because I hear like, this guy won't brake, but he's gonna honk his horn. Number 3 is honking. So essentially, your horn is a key factor in avoiding accidents. A lot of people are afraid to honk. Listen, I'm gonna tell you an exercise. Just go on the street, just give a couple honks. Like that again. One more time. And that's gonna train you to not be afraid to honk. Who cares what other people think? You're trying to avoid an accident. It doesn't matter if people think you're crazy. Just do it. It really doesn't matter, okay? So, I mean, it's the middle of the day. Everyone should be awake. Don't do this like, for me, don't do this like early in the morning or anything like that, or late at night. Pick a time where everyone's awake anyways, and it's legal to honk. I mean, don't go crazy with it. If you're honking for you know, a long time, then you might get into some trouble. But I'm talking about just honking a couple times. Use your horn when it is needed. If someone is essentially trying to, or is going to hit your car or anything like that, or you think they might, honk at them. If they're encroaching upon your lane, honk at them. Don't be afraid. Your horn is your friend. Use it. They put it on a car for a reason. Use it. That's another avoidance technique. And last but not least, the fourth collision avoidance technique that I want to demonstrate and tell you about is predicting. Now, for predicting, you want to try and anticipate what other drivers are doing. You're not going to assume what they're doing, but you're going to anticipate. So, for instance, if the person in front of me was signaling right, I would anticipate that they're going to either pull over or they're going to make a right turn. And that both of those require slowing down. So I'm going to anticipate that they're going to be slowing down. I'm going to increase my following distance, give me a little bit of extra room, and then ease off the gas. And then they'll probably end up slowing down. Does that mean that I'm going to guarantee myself that they're going to turn and I'm going to like do something with the assumption that they're going to turn? No, because they might have just accidentally turned their signal on. But by predicting and anticipating what other drivers are going to do, it's going to help you avoid an accident. Because, you know, if they signaled and I didn't anticipate they were going to turn, I would maintain a potentially close following distance, and they're going to brake, and I might rear end them because I don't think that they're going to turn. So try to predict what other drivers are going to do and then anticipate. Don't assume, but anticipate what they might do and react accordingly. And that's it. Those are some collision avoidance techniques. This has been a simple driving lesson. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great car and driving videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.